I had this up today. I'll just move it up to the first thing we play anyway. Because of that runoff, he's on the news more.
Candidate Herschel Walker. Herschel, great to see you tonight. Now, what should the priority be for GOP leadership?
To be fair, he is retarded, but there is a delay, too.
There is.
I
think the priority should be putting a wooden stake in the hands of every American immediately.
I think we got a real significant vampire problem on our hands. You know, the more I've been researching this issue.
Oh, so this wasn't a bit. This is like a platform he's running on. Oh, my God.
Well, remember, you brought up Senator Van Helsing, and he wants to have an ally in the Senate.
He needs to win.
And by the way, Van Helsing, I mean, this is one of the reasons we need term limits. I mean, 1,200 years as a senator is too long.
It's too long.
It's too long.
He's out of touch. That's almost as long as that Bird guy served. Yeah. Almost.
He's out of touch. He wanted to earmark $40 million last year in case we get an extra cold winter and the bubonic plague comes back.
Wasn't Senator Byrd I remember Senator Byrd was in there. He was the last guy to fucking lynch a black guy legally or something, or some shit like that.
And he was still around being like, we want to make Tuesday National Tobacco Day, and we got to prepare for the cold winter. I believe the kids are going to get dysentery this winter.
Yeah, he still his press chief. He still calls him boy.
He's still trying to push legislation to fucking ban Indians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the one passing the Miscegenation Act.
Seems to want to cut deals with Chuck Schumer.
He's the only one asking. He's dead now, but he'd be the only one asking Fauci about phrenology.
Have you correlated the effectiveness of the vaccine based on the bumps on someone's head?
I can't tell you. I've never seen that.
And what does the width of somebody's nose factor into their ability to...
Is that why they're better at sports? Because more air goes in their nose, so they're more oxygenated?
Oh, God. We haven't even gotten to Herschel here.
Oh.
Hi, Laura. I'm here, and these lights are very confusing. He looks very confused.
Yes. Here we go.
GOP leadership. Mitch McConnell seems to want to cut deals with Chuck Schumer.
What did Chappelle call him? Observably stupid?
Observably stupid.
He's observably stupid.
Dude, that just goes to show you how much of a loser does Raphael Warnock have to be?
That's a really good point.
To be in a deadlock with this guy.
He's their Dr. Oz. If you think about it. Because he's in a runoff now with Herschel Walker. Dr. Oz got beat by Fetterman. He's their Dr. Oz.
Where it's like on pay, it's like you should
be winning.
You should have walked into this.
Why aren't you?
Conservatives out there are saying, wait a second, what about the principles we care about?
Well, I think some of the first thing we should think about is the reason I decided to run is we the people, not we the government. And that's the problem we have. That's one reason I decided to run. Had nothing else.
On a platform where we're going to be burning all coffins. We can't have coffins around the Capitol.
We can't because we got to burn the dead or they become the vampires.
I just saw that the Georgia people.
That's right. It's we the people, not we the government. So that is why I'm trying to become the government.
Mm-hmm.
What?
People of the United States were being mistreated. They're spending our
keeps calling her Ann Coulter. Doesn't know which one he's even talking to.
Money.
Thank you for having me on, Ann. I'm a big fan.
They're like, Ann has not been on fucking television in years.
Forever.
She's not had a TV deal in years.
Yeah.
Don't have any money. They made us unsafe by giving up our...
They're calling him Herschel Day Walker.
Herschel Day Walker.
I am so disappointed
that nobody thought
it was right in front of us
Herschel Day Walker.
The entire time.
See, my mama...
Honestly, Virgie, I'm going to fire you. You should have had that one.
When my mama was...
Yeah, I know.
My mama was pregnant. She was bit by a vampire, so I became a half vampire.
Which is the one with Triple H? The third one?
3, I think.
Trinity.
Yeah, played Trinity.
This was actually short for half vampire.
And right now, they got this
border.
Let me tell you, when the vampire ran, I become Herschel Runner. That's for sure.
Anytime I had the ball.
Open,
see, the thing about being a half vampire is a lot of people think that the daylight don't bother me, but it still really hurts my eyes. And it does bother my skin. Kind of like when you spray like a caustic air freshener in there, it kind of bothers your skin a little bit.
Right.
Chuck Schumer talking already about bringing more people in. Well, we got to secure this border. Right now, fentanyl is killing.
Fentanyl coming in, got people coming in the border. That's more people for the vampires to bite. Then they become vampires, and then next thing you know, we got a country full of bats.
My immigration policy is very simple. Everyone coming through, we give them garlic bread.
That's it. Everybody,
And they got to eat the garlic bread in front of us.
if you eat in front of us, then we know you're not a vampire.
You're not a vampire.
Our young people from 18 to 45, and I think you need new leadership. We need new leadership all the way around.
So we need a
That's the
brain
reason I said
dead
when
former. We need a guy who was dumb for an NFL player.
Let's be honest, Merch. The bar is really low
That's
already.
why
It's
I
a
want to.
low
I
bar.
really wanted to paint a picture for the folks at home. All right, as a football fan, right, historically speaking,
Unless their quarterbacks are pretty stupid, yes.
even for a football player, Herschel Walker was never known for being a brilliant, insightful mind. So,
Herschel Walker, PhD.
I mean, there's a reason he's not a coach.
There's a reason he's not Dr. Herschel Walker, and he's former NFL player Herschel Walker.
There's a reason he's not analyst Herschel Walker.
Oh my god! Because you're right. Because some of them, like you have the ones that like
Dude,
Romo's
Fitzmagic's been great.
and yeah,
He's been fun.
Oh, fucking great!
I love him.
Romo
Romo's
is
good.
always great. You know, Troy Aikman, even though if the allegations of him are true,
Is Fitzpatrick now a permanent one?
I think so.
They
I'm
need
not
to make him
positive.
permanent.
He's great though.
Because he's so white trash. He's got the beard. He's still got the
Isn't
chains.
it funny?
He still has the Tampa
and
Bay
and
look.
he went to Harvard. That's the weirdest part about that guy.
He's the best. I love Chuck.
He should
I
be
mean,
a
he should have
nerd.
been a better quarterback, but I mean, other than that, he's a pretty cool dude.
I'm going to Washington, I'm going as a leader because I represent the people of Georgia. That's all. I don't care about anything else. And then right now,
I mean, like besides vampires, I care about that big time.
people
That's
of
why we're
Georgia-
going to train a statewide werewolf brigade to stop the vampires.
and the people of the United States need representation in Washington.
Or even representation. I mean, even that too.
Vampires is some cool people.
People, man.
I'll never forget
It's
that
so
line.
cool.
I had to go back and watch that clip. I just had to hear vampires are some cool people. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Now, your opponent, Warnock, is warning that something very fishy is afoot about the looming runoff. Watch this.
I've had to stand up time and time again when we've seen efforts at the federal level and at the state level to make it difficult for people to use their voices.
How is this guy losing? He really is their Dr. Oz. How is this guy losing?
And also, to answer what he's saying, so you're an election denier? I mean, I'm fucking sick of deciding what election denial is allowed and which one's not. What's allowed?
It's
I'm
allowed
sorry,
when it's
they're disenfranchising the other black guy. He's black too. Like, forget Herschel Walker being retarded, right? The other guy you're running against is also black.
And also, Senator Warnock, I'm gonna make a wild assumption. I know the last thing you want to do is make wild, broad generalizations about a group of people. That being said, I'm going to make a broad generalization, and I'm going to assume that every single person standing behind you on that stage has an ID.
Well, of
has
course.
some form of state-issued ID
Let me ask you a
that
question.
they use for a various array of things. Buying a cell phone.
An EBT card.
Going to get food. Okay. Because, I mean, these are all college people or something, aren't they? Like in some kind of, it's union people. All right, so they're employed. These people
By the
probably
way,
have
union
jobs.
people are the polar opposite of college people.
It's true, but at least they have jobs. These people I'm pretty sure they have to show their ID to cash their checks and go to fucking banks and
They
be
need
normal.
to have an ID to be in the union, Mersh. You can't be in a union without a fucking state ID.
This whole like suppression thing. Look at these savages behind me. You expect these people to stand in a line? They can barely function.
And they
that's
start
what
getting mad. They're like, hey, man, what the fuck, bro?
Can you imagine this guy at a DMV? Come
Yeah,
on,
what a
man. You can't do
moron.
that. He's retarded. So just let him vote several times. Come on.
Let him and his dead dad vote.
And meanwhile, Republicans are like, all we're asking is that you do what Florida does. Dude, how easy is it to vote here?
Bro,
you go in,
amazing.
Boom. They scan you in a little machine. They print out a ballot for you. You go in.
Isn't it awesome that my machine didn't break like 25% of them in Arizona?
Bro, they literally, you show your ID, you scan it in a machine, they hand you your ballot, you sign off on the machine, and then you go to the fucking thing, you fill it out,
Yeah.
they feed it into the machine in front of you, and you leave, and it literally goes boop, and it gives you a little number, and you leave. Why can't you people do that? It's so easy. You have to show ID here. Nobody's offended in Florida. Everyone I saw online is like, here you go. Black people, white people, Hispanic people, old people, young people. Here you go. All right, cool. Let's get it done. Why is it so hard?
The most suppressive.
It's really hard to fortify elections, Mersh, when you have to have people have IDs.
But that's all they want. They just want to be able to stuff these boxes with names.
Herschel, are these conspiracy theories?
Well,
I don't know what that is, what that means. But sure, it sounds like a conspiracy.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Theorem to me.
You know, he's continued to try to separate and divide. SB 202 was passed a long time ago. He's known about it. So don't try to change the rules in the middle of the game. Right now, we're in a runoff. So do your job. Get out and see your people. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting out to try to get the people to get behind me.
He needs to win. Because unlike Fetterman, they're going to let him talk. There is you want to know why? Because even though he talks like that, a Republican black guy is always going to be able to talk in the Senate because it's to be like, look, we have black people. That's what we always do. So let's be realistic with that, all right? If he gets in there, he's going to still have to talk. And I would love that more than anything. I would love Senator Herschel Walker asking Fauci, who's been subpoenaed, to answer questions more than anything in the world.
Oh, yeah, we were saying that during the fucking vampire bit.
Yeah, exactly. How great would that be?
I mean, because we need new leadership. He's went to Washington, and he's represented.
Could you imagine him trying to just nicely ask how the vaccine works, and Fauci just not being able to really quantify it in a sentence?
Yeah,
and it's just him just genuinely being like good-naturedly confused.
Yeah,
but I don't understand how it worked then.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But you still get it.
That don't make no sense.
But it works. But you still get it. And wait, sometimes you could still die from it, and you could still spread it. Dr. Fauci, I got another question. Why come they be selling this thing? Because it sounds like it don't work.
And he can't go after. And by the way,
he can't attack him and get snarky like he doesn't rant.
Because he's not being mean.
No, I'm just confused because you say it don't work, and then you're telling me we got to keep using it because it work. I'm very confused here.
It's like a kid. It's like a kid finally figuring out Santa Claus.
And where Rand Paul's just chewing on his glasses like this, like.